What's up, everybody? Well, I got a quick little Alienware m18 video for you guys today. And today, I figured we would try out something I think 5 or 6 people have suggested so far to stop it from black screening. And that is to go in and turn off the internal GPU that's on the CPU. Because you don't really need that thing anyway. Just use the 7900M. Unless you really want to try to use it as a laptop with unplugged and trying to actually get battery life. But this thing's a desktop replacement. I wouldn't try to do that. It's not going to get great battery life no matter what. If you want good battery life, especially battery life that doesn't, or performance that doesn't really lower when you unplug, your only option really is, those new Windows ARM chips or a MacBook with the M chips. But then those ones suck at gaming, so you gotta pick and choose, and this thing's a desktop replacement, so I wouldn't worry about that too much, but just know, it will get worse battery life by doing this, but I wouldn't care. I would much rather get worse battery life and have it actually be usable as a laptop in the first place. Because, I mean, you're not going to get very good battery life at all, and even if you did, who cares if it's a black screen? You can just stare at a black screen like it's off and go, wow, this is amazing. But anyway, so the first things first, I just want to do a quick intro and explain what we're doing, so let's go hop ourselves over into the BIOS now. Here we are in the BIOS. All you got to do to get into that, if you don't know, is just mash F2 either on post or after restarting. Just keep hitting it the whole time until you see a window or a little alien pop up with a little red bar. Once you see that, you don't have to do anything anymore. It will just boot into the little BIOS thing here. And the setting you're looking for is over in the Advanced tab. It'll start off over here in the main when you first get into the BIOS. So you'll come over here to Advanced, and then you'll come all the way down here, and then you'll see a thing that says Enable Hybrid Graphics / Smart Mux. Now if you just disable that, then it should stop doing these black screen things, although we're also going to do one more step too. So we're just going to go right here, we're going to disable that, and then as soon as you're done with that, come up, hit F10, which is save and exit, hit yes, and then it should, well, in theory it should post and everything should be all good, but we're also going to take it a step further, and I'm going to go and turn off the integrated GPU altogether if it still shows up in Windows in the device manager. Sometimes I had to do that to get games to work on the Asus G15 Advantage, because it would just be like, nope, I want to use the integrated no matter what. Even if I went into Windows, into the graphics settings and said, no, you use high performance, I want you to use the 6800M, it would still just go, no. So I'd be like, okay, I guess we're going to do it this way then. All right, now, in theory it should post and actually do something, but sometimes these things can take a while to post after you mess around in the BIOS. The thing was actually booting up pretty quick again. For a little while after I installed the RAM, it was taking it like 2 minutes and some change to boot. So it took a while to post. Let's see how long it takes to get into Windows. I hope we're not back to taking 20 minutes to get back into Windows, because that's going to be a little annoying. It's starting to look like that's probably the case though. So alright, well that's stupid. Oh wait, nope. Still took a little longer than it usually does. Usually that thing boots like instantaneously. But anyway, it needs my face, so well, actually, we're going to go ahead and move in and try to do stuff on this screen anyway, so I need to go and fiddle with a couple things. So I'm going to go do that, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're all signed into Windows and whatnot, and so far it's actually not black screen. Half the time for me it would black screen already, since I have like this stuff going on here. So it would just like boot into Windows, maybe. Sometimes it would even boot on the login screen before I could even show it my face and log in. So, and you've seen me play Cyberpunk, where it acts like it's just fine and whatnot. So, still gonna go try to play some games now real quick, just to see if it messes up. But we'll start with Cyberpunk, even though it's worked in the past. I just wanna make sure it still works. And we'll maybe try a little Elden Ring and see what else I got on here that we've already played. I don't want to play anything we haven't made an actual video on yet, but try a couple different games and see if it does anything goofy. See if it black screens or what have you. I'm still not in this video going to be saying it's 100% a fix yet, but I'm hoping, since the integrated GPU, I didn't have to do that, by the way. I should have said something at the beginning. I didn't have to go into the device manager and disable anything. That other, the CPU's GPU is gone just by disabling that. So I think all of our problems are out the window. Besides battery life, but I think if you want battery life out of something like this, you're barking up the wrong tree. Not trying to be mean or anything, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. You got to make, sacrifices, and when you want a big old powerful laptop like this, battery life is going to go right out the window. Kind of like Lambos and whatnot. They don't give a shit about fuel economy. It's a great example. They're expensive, overpriced, and they're just mostly for the people that are nuts like me who want like way more performance than most people. Most people just want a car A to B, just like most people don't want a laptop this powerful even. They just want something that can play some simple indie games and be happy. But anyway, enough blabbing. I'm gonna go grab a controller and go hook it up and we'll hop on into some Cyberpunk. Alright, for this video, we're not going to do any screen recording stuff that's going to get in the way of FPS or nothing. We're just going to do this one all camera recorded. Sorry for the people that like this screen recorded stuff. I don't want that getting in the way here. So, here are the settings we're going to run though. So we're at full screen, 1200p, which is what mine is. I know there's a 1440p model now that you can actually get. I would have got that if it was available, but it's alright. At least I got a 480Hz screen. In any case though, no VSync either. Now let's go look at the actual graphic settings. They're the same ones I used last time we played. Kind of a mixture of high and ultra, but no ray tracing of any kind. It still can't quite handle that. So, with that out of the way, why don't we go hop on into the game and just run around for a little bit, and we'll see if it black screens and does any goofy. And if we can get through this game for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something like that, we'll hop on to Elden Ring or something and do the same. So, well, let's stop wasting time and get into the game. Alright, I had to use the afterburner, so we don't have as many stats as usual. It doesn't want to let me use the screen overlay from the AMD thing. It works on the desktop, just not in this game. I'll try it in the next game, but it might just not even work on this screen, which, regardless, I wouldn't still. Even if I could and stop the black screen on this, I'm still going to make videos on the other screen. It doesn't give you any extra performance, it's just easier for everybody to see. But at least now, if somebody really wants me to, and requests that I do a video on this, I can go, oh, okay, and I can actually do that now. Versus just being like, oh shit, I guess I'm just screwed. That CPU still gets hot as a motherfucker, though. Now, I want to talk to Steve. Oh, I forgot. It probably loaded my autosave from the end of the game. Well, whatever. We're just using this to see if it black screens for a couple minutes here. I wish I could walk around the whole city, but it's not like this is really a frame rate test. Alright, I definitely don't even want to talk to Steve, because if somebody hasn't beat this game yet, I don't want to ruin anything for him. Other than you're over here by a bus. I don't think that ruins too much. Well, it is getting really good frame times, although that might just because we're in such a limited space. I'm not going to sit there and say it got smoother because of that, since I can't really walk around too many other places. Alright, just for fun. Oh, is that the wrong button? That is the wrong button. I want that button. Let's just go over here real quick. See if it black screens while we're loading into another place or something like that. Or if the computer randomly restarts like this or something weird, you know? We want to test for all that, so...
Wild screaming at toe tags isn't headline news. Could just be some screamo band set rehearsal.
Alright, yeah, no. See, now we're actually in the town walking around, see? Now we're getting, like, more of those random little stutters I'm used to. Oh no! I've been run over by a car. Oh no! I've been run over by another car. But I'm still not crippled. So that's okay. Where the bodies hit the floor. Where the bodies hit the floor. There's got to be a reference to that song. If it's not, I don't even know. But this game loves to make little references to things here and there, which is fun. Hey, look at that. We're almost getting as many FPS as our CPU temp. We're actually getting 1 FPS more. That's just funny. But yeah, that thing gets pretty hot. And I was thinking about getting another one of those Lolano cooling pads. Somebody said I just didn't have it set up right. So I guess I could just take the foam off, see where it needs to be, and cut it if I need to. And get it so it's not covering up any air holes. Because somebody said I was just covering up the intakes. So I'm not perfect. I could mess things up, so especially ask the Asus G15 Advantage. It knows that for a fact. At least I got that mostly back to working good. In any case though, it seems to be pretty damn decent, so. But this game ran fine before for like 12 minutes without a black screen, so I'm still not ready to call shit good or anything. Why don't we go ahead and try Elden Ring and see if it black screens or does anything goofy there. Alright, here's the settings we're gonna go with in Elden Ring here. Full RP, full screen. We're just gonna go with high settings. It could probably handle extreme no problem, but just for fun, we're gonna do that, see how it runs, see if it black screens or does anything goofy. And with that out of the way, let's go see. Alright, here we are in the game. So let's just run around for a little bit here. Kind of like we did on our run through before, but I'm gonna play and just kill a bunch of shit this time. I'm not gonna follow the exact same line. I'm just gonna go over here, fight these guys. Oh, they spotted me. He hit me. How dare he? Okay, that was weird. I definitely did not hit that. But okay. Weird. That my controller is possessed. Alright, just for fun. I don't really need this for these, but I'm just having fun. It's a dog. Hello, dog. Oh, he actually hit me. I'm surprised. Well, the other people did too. So around here, it's not like I'm trying very hard. So if I just stood there, they would kill me eventually. Everything in this DLC does a shit ton of damage. What's up, guys? Oh yeah, just for fun, before we stop this game, let's go see how I do against this guy. I beat him before, obviously. I've beaten bosses, but now that I'm trying to go over here and fight him again, he'll probably whoop my ass, just to spite me. But I remember he kicked my ass the very first time I came into the game. Hey, get your ass down here. And I wasn't even powered up. But he still hit me more than I would have liked. Anyway though, let's go try another game real quick. Alright, so here's the settings we're going to run for Baldur's Gate 3. No FSR or anything like that. And alright, with that, let's get into the game. Alright, here we are in the city. So let's see if we black screen or any other goofy nonsense happens. But so far so good. Though it's done that to me before, just with driver updates. So again, I'm still not ready to call this 100% fixed yet, but I'm sure hopeful. Oh, he's gonna puke on his uniform. Anytime you tell somebody not to do something when they're all drunk and shit, they always do the exact opposite of what you tell them to do. Oh, man, we're almost dropping under 60 FPS in some spots. You even have some little stutters here and there. In any case though, I think that's plenty of gameplay, so far so good. Again, not ready to claim it's 100% a fix or anything, but so far it seems to be working great. So I'd say why don't we go wrap the video on up now. Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for this video. So far it seems like it's a fix, but the drivers made me think that before too, so I'm gonna stick with it for a little while. Maybe try to go over and use just the screen itself for a couple games tonight instead of playing on my big TV. Maybe I'll come over here and play that, what do you call it, that Vengeance game, that Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. I can go over there and play that just on the laptop screen, see if it black screens, doesn't ain't goofy, run some benchmarks, just do whatever I was doing before that used to get it to happen. Last time was just trying to run 3D Mark. So, hell, just for fun real quick, let's try to launch 3D Mark during our outro while we're just talking. Although I guess it's not gonna really matter since we're on that screen. Never mind, that was stupid. But in any case, I guess we could just switch over. It's as easy as this. You just hit a button and PC screen only. Let's see here. But in any case, it seemed like it was working in all the games. Nothing bad was happening, except for it doesn't seem to let me use my overlay anymore. It'll work on the desktop when you hit Control-Shift-O. That thing would pop up, but it won't happen at least in Cyberpunk, and it didn't seem to let me do it in any of the other games either, so I don't know what the hell's up with it. But alright, that seemed to work. Alright, I just want to see if it'll run anything, so let's just try to run Time Spy. I don't really care if there's updates available. I'm not doing this for the actual score. I just want to see if it'll actually run. But yeah, just something as simple as this would sometimes make it black screen before. Somebody was like, hey, can you go run, I think it was Time Spy, and tell me what it gets? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then I went off and did that, and that's when it was like black screen again. I was like, oh shit. And I just made that video saying, oh yeah, it's totally fixed this time. I'm tired of the laptop owning me in the face, being like, nope, just kidding. You told everybody it was fixed, and now we're gonna make a liar out of you. Oh, an error had occurred though. Okay. Is it simply because of that? I know this is just supposed to be an outro, but we're gonna turn it into a mess with 3D Mark a little bit. I can just mess with stuff in the chapters and say, oh, this is just fooling around, wrapping up something or other. All right, install it. We'll install the update and we'll just see what it does. So far, so good though. I believe, yeah, I think that's when it was, I didn't even get a chance. I think it actually did that to me just trying to do this update. And I was like, oh, cool, the update makes your screen turn off and never come back until you restart. What a great 3D Mark update. I was just joking around with myself. I find that's much better than sitting like, oh my God, you piece of shit laptop. You know, because what good is that gonna do? All that's gonna do is raise your blood pressure, probably scare Misty into oblivion. I don't wanna scare her, she's always been a skittish animal. Kinda funny, all my calicos have been very skittish. Maybe it's just a calico thing. All right, so scan your system info here, and no black screen yet. I'm curious though, will it be able to run though? Because if it can't run 3D Mark, that's definitely a little weird, but I was thinking maybe it just got messed up because I switched over like in the middle of it doing that system info. So it's sitting there expecting, oh, I'm gonna go run at 1440p or this, that, or the other thing. And then it was just like, no, you can't do that. All right, Time Spy. Let's see what happens this time. Because if it can't run, that's definitely weird. It used to run. I definitely made a video not too long ago of a bunch of different tests from 3D Mark. I don't think that was, maybe that was after that new Nomad one happened. I don't think so. I think I did Nomad by itself. But yeah, this is probably going to be really long. I should probably just edit a bunch of this out, but I want to do the whole thing because the second I turn that camera off is the second it decides to go, hey, I'm a black screen. Now, if it does that, I want to get that right on camera, right as it does it. But I'm pretty damn hopeful that we've got it fixed this time, but I'm tired of it owning me, so I'm not going to say it's fixed until I get through like a month of no black screens and install the next drivers and still no black screens. Then I will say, okay, maybe this really does fix it for good, you know? It's definitely taking a really long time to load. That's not boding well for it working. Though the fans are going bananas. Come on, you know you want to run the benchmark and not black screen or just error out like you did the other time. Though if 3D Mark doesn't work and all games work, I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't really need to do benchmarks. I really would rather it just play games, and it played 3 games, no problem. So if it can't run 3D Mark oh well, I guess that's 3D Mark's problem as far as I'm concerned. I don't need to play benchmarks. That would be lame if I couldn't run any 3D Marks in case somebody asked me like, hey man, how many 3D Marks does it get with this new driver? Does it change at all? Does it get worse, better? And then I'll just go, I don't know, 3D Mark doesn't work for some reason anymore. I don't know why. You know, that's not gonna be cool. Yeah, I don't know, it seems like it really doesn't want to launch 3D Mark. Did it like error out or something? Not frozen. There's no second window in the background saying, oh, error because of blanky blank. I don't know what it's doing, but all right, I said I didn't want to shut the camera off, but I don't want to really get too much more here. I guess I'll let it sit there for a little bit, and if it doesn't work, I'll try one more time, and if it doesn't work, I guess we'll just say 3D Mark is broken now. Oh well, you know? Like I said, I don't really care if 3D Mark works or not. All right, well, it got done with it, and it got 17,900, which is great, apparently. 19,495 for graphics, 12,232 for the CPU. Not bad. So I guess we can plop her back over onto the second screen there. This is easy easy as clicking a button. That's one thing I like about it. Makes things super easy. We don't need that to stay up in the background though. And second off, let's kill that before it burns in on my OLED. I don't like to leave that there for too long. Anyway though, I'm glad that it actually seems, keyword is seems, to be fixed. I'm still not ready to call it fixed yet, but hopefully it will actually be fixed. And then I can, after like a month of it not fucking up or doing anything goofy, I can say for sure it's fixed. But until then, I'm tired of it owning me in the face, coming back being like, aha, you said to everybody it was fixed and you're a liar twice, haha. I hate that. Because it appears to be fixed. I did a bunch of stuff, played a bunch of games on it, and then it was fine, and then it acted like it was fine, and then it wasn't. So hopefully this time for sure we're good, but only time will tell. But in any case, that's all I got for you guys for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.